Welcome to today's webinar. You are about to learn about Schauenburg Systems, a name synonymous with pioneering safety solutions in the mining sector. As a leading original equipment manufacturer, we excel not only in system integration, but also in delivering comprehensive turnkey solutions designed for the demanding conditions of mining operations. At Schauenburg Systems, our roots trace back to the development of MiMax, an IoT-based solution that marked our initial steps into transforming mining operations with technology. This initiative has evolved into what is now known as Smartmine IoT, a sophisticated platform designed to turn raw data into actionable insights that drive safety and efficiency across all levels of mining operations. Our nationwide presence and extensive experience enable us to offer unique insights through our collision prevention systems, or CPS. These systems are designed to enhance safety in underground, surface and quarry operations, helping companies achieve Level 9 compliance. With more than 3,500 systems deployed since 2005, Schauenburg stands at the forefront of CPS technology, providing real-time visibility that empowers stakeholders with crucial information when it matters most. Schauenburg Systems also offers a comprehensive range of gas detection products, vital for safety in mining and industrial settings. Our portable gas detection systems, including the notable GDI Sentinel, are designed for harsh environments, featuring robust capabilities like multiple gas detection, long battery life, and inductive charging. For more stationary needs, our fixed gas detection solutions are custom designed to monitor industrial environments reliably. Additionally, the GDI SmartConnect system represents a significant advancement towards integrated smart safety systems, providing a connected worker ecosystem with comprehensive safety features. In environments as perilous as mines, the importance of reliable and robust safety equipment is paramount. Our offerings are tailored to withstand the harsh conditions of African mines, ensuring the safety of the workforce while enhancing operational efficiency. Our equipment is meticulously engineered to detect fire, hazardous gases and poisonous substances, and to prevent heavy vehicle collisions. Schauenburg Systems is deeply committed to environmental, social and governance (ESG) principles. Our dedication extends beyond mere compliance, as we strive to lead the industry in sustainable practices, community engagement and governance that upholds the highest ethical standards. This commitment is integral to our mission, driving us to innovate responsibly and contribute positively to the communities and environments where we operate. Driven by an unwavering commitment to excellence, our dedicated team at Schauenburg Systems continuously innovates to deliver superior mine safety equipment, ensuring maximum protection and safeguarding the well-being of your workforce. Join us as we explore the revolutionary real-time location solutions, RTLS, in partnership with Inpixon. Dive into our groundbreaking Real-Time Missing Worker Locator, a crucial part of our Smartmine IoT suite. This technology is not only revolutionizing the mining industry, but is also paving the way in various sectors, making operations safer and more efficient. Today, you will gain insights into the innovations Schauenburg and Inpixon are spearheading in RTLS, the scalability and capabilities of IoT platforms, how these technologies are transforming industries into data-driven powerhouses. Thank you for joining us. Let's embark on this journey to drive the future of industries with scalable, data-driven solutions that leverage cutting-edge IoT platforms.
Good morning and welcome to our webinar, hosted by Schauenburg Systems, a proudly South African company. We're thrilled to have you join us as we delve into the world of comprehensive solutions and cutting-edge technologies. My name is Martin Marais, and I'm honored to be your host in today's webinar. I've been part of Schauenburg's group of companies in South Africa since 2002 and currently serve as in the role of Sales and Business Development Director. Throughout my time with Schauenburg, I've developed a deep understanding of the safety and productivity challenge faced by the industry. It's been a journey of learning and growth, and we are excited to share some insights with you today. I'm passionate about leveraging innovative solutions to address these challenges head-on. And I believe that collaboration and knowledge sharing is key to driving meaningful change within our industry. At Schauenburg, we specialize in designing, manufacturing, and implementing turnkey solutions and services that prioritizes innovation and efficiency. Our journey traces back to 1972, and with our ongoing commitment to innovation, we've partnered with technology partners and leaders such as Inpixon to elevate our product offering to the market even further. Our range of solutions involves a diverse array of services and program management methodologies, all generated towards delivering successful and cost-effective outcomes to our customers. From pioneering electronic products, utilizing the latest technologies to seamless implementation, our track record speaks volumes about our dedication and expertise. As a proud member of the Schauenburg International Group of Companies, we embrace a vision of actively shaping future visibility, striving to develop sustainable business models that complement economic efficiency with involving social needs. Through our solutions, we aim not only to enhance mining and industrial safety, but also to boost productivity, creating lasting values for future generations. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to our range of esteemed speakers who will be joining me today for our panel discussion. Stefan van Wyk, a seasoned expert in mining technologies. Stefan brings invaluable insights into cutting-edge technology solutions here at Schauenburg Systems for the past 12 years. Kamal Ravji, with a wealth of experience in the IoT solutions. Kamal guides us in fostering a culture of safety through data analytics and the journey of big data decision-making. From Inpixon, our esteemed partners, we will have Jason Witkowski, an innovation specialist. Jason drives the development and adaptive solutions for evolving industry needs. And then also from Inpixon, we've got Dr. Norman Zingel. Drawing of research expertise, Dr. Zingel enlightens us on leveraging technologies for enhanced safety and efficiency in mining and industrial sectors. For your reference, we have also added a WhatsApp QR code appearing on the bottom of your screen that can be used for questions that will be answered in our question and answer session at the end of the webinar. Let's delve into the world of mine safety together with these distinguished speakers, and let's continue with that. First up, we will have Stefan van Wyk.
Thank you for the introduction, and today I will be talking about our Schauenburg solutions on real-time location systems. So food for thought here is a quote by Stuart Brand, where he said, "Nobody wants to be tracked, but everybody wants to be found in an emergency." So something to think about while we have our discussion today. So what are the challenges that mines face today? In the absence of RTLS systems, mining operations face challenges such as limited visibility, inefficient asset utilization, unknown safety risks, ineffective resource allocation, process bottlenecks. So all of this is impacting daily operation, and real-time data benefits not only production, but safety and process flows. So what are some of the benefits in operation? So you could have a distress call flagging, whereby a person in distress or emergency can send a broadcast through the tracking system for quick action by control room. Stranded visitor. So where you have visitors that must be accompanied by a host, we can now see if the host and visitor actually remained in close proximity to each other during the visit. Emergency situations occur, and this system will allow you to quickly deploy your rescue teams to where it's most needed. Traffic management optimization, by seeing where your bottlenecks are in your traffic management and roadways. Rules and alert areas, where you can set specific geofenced areas to indicate to you no-go areas, or even warning zones or tip areas to start monitoring some production figures. Shaft clearance enhancement. By having the system, you have now a double up on to make sure that everyone has actually returned from underground. So the system in operation, it's near real-time location, provides information every 30 seconds or less. Tags send a signal every 1 to 5 seconds, and it's a 1 to 4 meter accuracy that we can achieve with this deployment. It enables us to do geofenced areas, have custom rules and alerts, live map view for real-time monitoring, includes status messages like low battery, operational state, distress messages, and so forth. Here the system is deployed and a simulation of fixed anchors and a tag or person with a tag walking past. The system then determines the position of the tag, and then you now, by having this location data, are able to do zone demarcation, enhance your emergency preparedness, asset utilization, vehicle and collision awareness data, and then traffic management optimization, with all this recorded and reported to a central point on your operation. On the analytics side, we have a traffic heat map to look at dwell time or time spent in certain areas. This will help you to identify high congestion of traffic in specific areas to enhance your traffic management. The trail report could be used to actually monitor and see where the asset was driving or walking to see if the most optimized routes are followed. And this could help you to enhance even further to get your production up to speed. So on our roadmap as well with our collision avoidance system is to have a level 9 heat map. What we say by this is to identify key areas where level 9 stop events and crawl events occur in your operation. By having this data, you could now focus in on those areas and apply standard operating procedures to mitigate the interactions between man and machine. So this system is not only just for mining vehicles or pedestrians. We can also do stores and warehousing solutions through this system as well. So the RTLS system can automate a lot of your stores management systems on shaft. This could eliminate your search times, increase your efficiency, grow revenue, reduce costs, make data-driven solutions and decisions, enhance safety, and automate manual processes. By having this system, it will enhance definitely your operation in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan, for that insightful information. That was extremely valuable to the committee as well as I could assume to our panel. Next up, we will have Kamal Ravji.
Thank you. Welcome to the future of mining powered by Smartmine. Today I'm going to discuss two things with you. Firstly, Smartmine. Who are we? What do we do? And then secondly, to address the synergistic relationship between Smartmine and the RTLS system as presented to you by Stefan today. So I'm going to jump right into this, having a discussion around the synergistic relationship between RTLS and Smartmine. And we'll table the question around who Smartmine is and what do we do for a little later on. So we've all seen this presentation slide just now by Stefan that talks to the benefits in terms of what RTLS can do for you, specifically around your location monitoring services for your assets. But here's the question. Where does that information come from that allows Stefan to give you the benefits around RTLS, around location monitoring services, specifically for your assets? This is where Smartmine comes into play. This is how Smartmine enhances the RTLS system. So who is Smartmine and what is Smartmine? So we're going to get to that. But before we get to that, let's ask the question, what is the driving factor behind Smartmine today? And that is Industry 4.0, or the fourth industrial revolution. Industry 4.0 talks to the integration of digital technologies into various aspects of different organizations. It is fast becoming a global reality. And what this integration has done is put a focus on the mining industry to start looking at innovative approaches to focus on challenges it has been facing in terms of the mining operation. One such innovative approach is smarter mining, which uses newer technologies and a data-driven approach to try and answer the question in terms of the mining operations. How do we make it more efficient? How do we make it more sustainable, safer for our employees? Smartmine IoT is Schauenburg's response to this global reality, to Industry 4.0. Stefan presented RTLS in terms of location monitoring for assets. And I asked the question initially, where does this information come from? This brings us to one of the core solutions from a Smartmine perspective, the Lamp Room Asset Management Solution, otherwise known as LAMS. Now, LAMS provides a framework with advanced technologies to enable you to operate your entire lamp room, from your assets to your people. What the system allows us to do is import people information from the on-site TNA provider. The assets are then created by the attendants by allocating, deallocating, and assigning them to specific people. That information is then imported into the RTLS system, which then gives Stefan the ability to provide that location monitoring services, all backed by the benefits that he mentioned. But the question now begs, what happens after this? What happens to that location monitoring services, the asset information, the people information? Well, that information is then imported back into Smartmine. But here's the key. It's not just imported into the lamp room solution. It's imported into all the Smartmine product portfolio, which includes the SCAS, which addresses your collision avoidance, and your OSS, which is your occupational safety. So now we have Smartmine with all this enriched data. What can we do with it? Well, for starters, we can now add location data to event data, right, in all three of these solutions. What does that mean? It means now that operators or users can use this data to drive better investigations in terms of any incidents or events that take place. We can now ask the where and the when an incident has taken place compared to just the when. Then you add the who, the how, and the why factor. Then we've got the ability to drive pattern analysis and trend analysis, focusing on health and wellness of your employees, understanding operational efficiencies and how to improve them, and more importantly, making sure that you're compliant in terms of any mandatory regulations. Now let's have a look at the Smartmine solutions, right? So I've mentioned the Lamp Room Asset Management solution that focuses on asset management and access control. So here we're looking at importing the people information, assigning the assets to people. You can block employees depending on certain incidents that take place and the business rules that you apply. You also have an alerts dashboard that gives you full-blown alerts depending on what incidents or events have taken place, so you can make those corrective actions if need be. The second solution is the collision avoidance solution, or the SCAS reporter, which is built for your underground and surface mining. It's a combination of collision avoidance technologies together with smarter mining paradigms that gives you a holistic view of your collision avoidance systems and the insights in terms of your mining operations. It is purposely built for level 9 compliance. It gives you or empowers you to make sure that you can mitigate risks, ensure safety of your miners, and improve overall mining operations. The next solution is your occupational safety solution, otherwise known as OSS, and this prioritizes the health and wellness of all mining personnel by mitigating any risks associated with hazardous gas, noise, and dust. Now, the data that's generated by both wearable and fixed sensors forms the cornerstone of making smarter, more informed decisions, thereby giving you the ability to gain insights in terms of any operational efficiencies and any potential risks. So these are the three solutions that we have under the Smartmine portfolio. All three of these solutions are built on a multi-node architected cluster that gives you full failover capability and redundancy, as well as backup to make sure that your data is available at all times. This is all backed by our full 3 levels of support available 24/7. So, to answer the question, who is Smartmine IoT? Smartmine today is your partner in revolutionizing mining with open architecture software, leveraging data-driven insights for a smarter solution and more informed decision-making, ensuring a safer, more productive tomorrow. So come and experience the future of mining today, powered by Smartmine, brought to you by Schauenburg Systems. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal. That was very insightful as well, indeed. Now, from our esteemed partners in Inpixon,
Thank you, Schauenburg Systems, for the nice overview of the smart mining solution. That is a fantastic example of what with an IoT platform fundament can be done in the industry and how we can help people getting found and improve the productivity of underground mines, for examples. The fundament of the Schauenburg system is an IoT platform, an industry IoT platform. We call this the Inpixon RTLS platform. And we want to show you just quickly what, if you have that solution, you can basically immediately do with it, what verticals you can cover and how and why that works. So don't get overwhelmed by that huge complexity you see here. I will run you through quite easily to let you understand what is possible and why. So at the bottom of that slide, you see a lot of things that you could track with that one platform. So the platform, which is a software-based cloud or on-prem platform, is compatible with a lot of variety of different technologies. You can see here ultra-wideband, GPS, and any third-party tag you could imagine. So due to that compatibility and openness, any problem basically can be solved in the verticals we can see here on the upper right corner. But before we talk about these, just want to tell you that if you track a, let's say, vehicle or a person, the location and sensor data that has been created is pulled into that platform. And with the data, you can do obviously a lot of things like analytics. You can do heat maps, and you can look at the data. You can analyze and automate things quite easily. And with that, existing ready-to-use modules, modular apps, like the smart mining app we have just seen as a great example. There are smart factories applications, smart warehouse applications, smart facility applications. And these can be used and connected to your enterprise system, which means you have an ERP or WMS or MES existing, and you can connect your rules and your information to automate with and interact the IoT platform seamlessly. On that slide, I just want to give you a more pragmatic example of what will happen with the location data that fall out of individually tracked assets. So you can, if you track an asset, like in this example, it's a forklift, you can track the movement of your vehicles or of your goods, of a turbine, for example. You can manage the location information automatically. And when you have that information, you can connect it with process rules or business rules to automate feedback to the user in the field, for example, to request automated supply replenishment, for example. And then, of course, it's always good to look at things rather than to scroll through tables and try to find the outlier here and there. If you have an automated evaluation tool that gives you a heat map or trajectories of what has been tracked, then it's much easier to find the sweet spot of where you can optimize things, where patterns or anomalies have happened and popped up, right? So a very concrete example is why Inpixon platform adds value to your business is that you can have a closed loop feedback in your digital twin realm. What does this mean? It means that the data that we collect from such a vehicle, so the location, the sensor data, as if it is connected to your rules, it can give a concrete feedback to the worker. For example, in this case, a forklift driver. So the forklift driver will know whether the pallet he or she picked up was placed on the or took from the correct storage place, whether it's delivered to the correct area, or whether it's even the wrong box. So you can give an immediate feedback, so the human error can be eliminated to a very good level here. So on the next slides, I want to hand over to Jason to let him tell you about the individual verticals directly that we have as covered with our customers.
Thanks a lot, Norman. Hi, everyone. My name is Jason Witkowski. I'm the Key Account Manager at Inpixon. I'm based in Berlin. And Norman's just gone through some of the architecture of RTLS, the platform, what the capabilities are. And I think probably one of the most important takeaways from what he said is that we are technology agnostic. We try to focus on the customer use case and problem, and technology comes later. So really, it's about solving the specific problem that the customer presents to us. And as you see on the slide here, we've got, I've shown over here both indoor-outdoor areas. I think most people are familiar with GPS and GPS tracking. We use it very often in our daily lives. But what about when you go indoors and GPS denied areas? This is one of the areas that we specialize in, and we fuse the two together for indoor and outdoor tracking within different verticals. Smart mining would be one of them, but there's also smart factory, smart warehousing, and smart yard management. And because that's the nature of assets and material flow, it goes indoors, outdoors. And what we do is we shed light on where things are, so that you can reduce your search times, you can automate your bookings and processes, and have basically better overall visibility within your operations. And what I'd like to showcase on the next slide is some specific customer examples or use cases that we've deployed globally, to illustrate some of the benefits that they've seen with additional visibility from RTLS data. I'll start on the left with a customer from the BMW Group who've used our RTLS systems to improve search times, specifically for the inventory. And they've deployed a solution that allows them to know the last known position of their assets so they can find things quickly. I want to just point out that I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but our website does cover these use cases in more detail, so please check that out. Then the middle use case is around a global supply chain company who wanted visibility on their items as they were shipping them, so that they could understand the condition of the items along the way, as well as know whether the items were going on track, off track. So it also helped to reduce the possibility of things going missing. And using a combination of GPS and other technologies, they were able to realize this for their assets. And finally, the topic of smart factory or smart production is very, it's an area that we're very familiar with as well. And most times customers come to us with the use case of they've got a very manual or semi-automated operation, and they'd like to add some additional automation to it so they could automate their bookings as opposed to manual barcode scanning, which could be error prone and it adds more time. So by having the location of the material flow or the work in progress or the job orders, they're able to automatically book it into the system in order to seamlessly have the production line run without having to manually book systems. And additionally, what's important is that we want to make sure that we integrate to existing ERP systems, WMS systems, so that customers are using tools they're already familiar with. That's an important characteristic of our platform. Norman mentioned that as well, that we're able to tie into existing customer platforms on the software side as well, using standard API interfaces. Okay. Finally, I will hand it back to Norman to just wrap things up. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I like the flavor of what you showed with the different type of solutions. So basically, this in a nutshell is an end-to-end solution. So you can also combine those modules from the manufacturer to the warehouse. Everything can be tracked and monitored and even automated. Yes, to summarize, I just want to say that the main benefits you can get out of this sheer huge possibilities of use cases. What the main benefits you can get of this is, of course, an enhanced safety, obviously for underground and open pit mining. Knowing where things are is key if an accident happens. You can automate manual processes to get rid of the human error prone situations you have. So humans make errors, and that's not a bad thing. We learn from that, but it's important that we know where things get wrong. You want to, and you can eliminate search times. You just know where things are. If you don't know where things are in a warehouse, the warehouse gets cluttered and you lose warehouse space. You can increase efficiency, and with that, of course, you grow the revenue and reduce your costs by, for example, renting or buying more things than you really need because you don't know where those are. Thanks for listening, and I appreciate the time with you. I want to say this is a very it's a very open platform. It can be used on-prem as well as in any type of cloud systems. It's completely independent from that. And thanks to Schauenburg again hosting us here and being able to present a very pragmatic use case.
Thank you.
Thank you for that discussions. I found it very insightful and well presented to the team. To our participants on the link today, I just would like to apologize. We had a small technical difficulty, which it seems that we have sorted out. On the bottom of the screen, if you just would like to join us for our question and answer session, you can feel free to join through scanning the QR code or either by entering the details appearing in the link below. So I've noticed that we actually received some questions already coming through now. And the first one I would like to direct to Stefan. The question for Stefan is, what is the difference between location-based tracking and real-time workforce locator systems?
So traditionally in the past, you installed your units at strategic points called choke points. So when the tag goes past that point, you at least have a last known location. But this does not give you that visibility of what happened after that point. So where real-time location systems comes in is, and the RTLS system that we provide, is to give you that visibility beyond only location-based or choke point-based, so that you can actually get the insights of where this asset actually moved to within the mine.
Thank you for that, Stefan. Another question that came through, and I would like to pose that question to Norman. What are some common challenges companies face when implementing real-time location solutions in industry, and how can they be overcome?
Okay, thank you. So one typical problem that can occur is that the site, the industry, factory or warehouse is just not prepared for the infrastructure that needs to get pulled into that. So as we have heard from Stefan, you need anchors to capture the signal, and those anchors need power and a backbone to send the signal back to the server. So it's important to early on pull in the IT team to discuss and understand what is given and what needs to be added, for example. And it's also important to early on bring the management team in to have that buy-in, that this is an important part of all this. Another challenge is to completely understand in a holistic way all the processes that have to be reflected in the IoT platform. So this means you need to talk to all the individual parties and not shy away in having a complete write-down of that. So,
good, thank you so much for that. Another question that came through, and I actually think it links back to the answer that Norman also gave us. It focuses more on implementing IoT devices and software platforms. So I would like to pose the next question then to Kamal. What is the biggest challenge in implementing Smartmine IoT at a mining site?
So the biggest challenge that we've seen today is communication infrastructure. So Smartmine IoT is built on what we call a four-layered IoT infrastructure system, where communication layer sits on the second layer just above what we call the things layer, where we start looking at collecting all the data. When we start looking at ingesting data, and preparing it for analysis and processing in order for us to provide those insights. If you don't have the correct communications infrastructure in place, we won't be able to collect that data. We won't be able to provide the insights that we deliver on the 3 different Smartmine solutions.
Thank you for that. If we also talk about Smartmine, and something that also came to my mind is if we talk about Smartmine IoT devices and the future of intelligent systems, as we start talking about digital twins and moving into the AI space and all of that, maybe you can give us a brief overview of where are we currently with Smartmine and what's the future like? What do we envision?
That's an interesting question, right? So if we look at where we currently are, right? Currently, we provide insights to our customers based on reporting, based on visualization. And they use that data to look at how do we drive operational efficiencies, how do we look at making a mine more sustainable. But those primarily look at the safety factors, the safety insights. Moving forward, what we started doing is, how do we look at adding business intelligence into the platform? How do we start looking at not just the safety insights, but the productivity insights? And by gaining this kind of insights, we give our customers a bird's eye view or holistic view of all mining operations. And by doing that, we give them the ability to say, how do we take our mining operation now and make it more digitized? How do we move more into a digital mining system? How do we start looking at what's the next steps in making my mine fully digitalized end to end? And that's where we come in to play in terms of looking at this business intelligence and moving forward.
Thank you so much for that, Kamal. A question that I also came up, and I would like to pose that to Stefan before, because we're also catering for 2 different industries at the moment, one being mining and one being industrial. On the mining side, a question to Stefan is, do you have a real-time workforce locator solution for mining sites that does not currently have Schauenburg systems deployed?
So initially we started the journey with our collision avoidance systems, which already has the technology capable for real-time location. Then we actually saw the need that you might want to track other stuff, like material cars, explosive cards, and we also realized that we're not on all the mines, so we actually designed and developed, and we have a multitude of different tag types that we can supply with the system.
Thank you for that. As I mentioned, due to the different industries that we also cater for in our real-time worker location services, if we also look at the industrial application, a question that came through, I would like to ask Jason the question as well. And is it possible to mix different RTLS technologies in the same deployment, and how?
Thank you for the question, Martin, and thank you for hosting us and having us here. That's a good question, and the short answer is yes, we can deploy multiple technologies, not just outdoor, indoor, but when we talk about the blue dot, behind the blue dot can be a multitude of different technologies or RTLS technologies, whether it's Bluetooth or ultra-wideband or anything like that, some of which Norman touched on in his presentation on the architecture. So it's important that there's no one technology that solves all industry use cases, and the ability to be able to have a multitude of technology fused together in order to solve that location problem is important and possible. So it's a good question. Thank you.
Thanks for that. Also, as you mentioned, on the industrial side, another thing that just also popped to my mind is, if we look at the typical industrial RTLS solution, what does the implementation look like from initial design up until commissioning and data insights at the end? And I would like to pose that question to Norman.
Thank you. So a typical installation looks like that. You first and foremost, you need to understand the site and its challenges. And challenges might be blocking material like water, chemistry, and metal. Then you flesh out on a map a deployment sketch and start with, let's say, let's assume we have a given infrastructure, PoE based, so power over Ethernet based infrastructure. You sketch that out and mount the infrastructure in a as high as possible position to capture the signal very reliable. And step by step, you can ramp up the deployment. It's important to understand that you can start slow and small. So you just need 4 anchors in a 2D environment in a warehouse to have that coverage given. And then you can add later more and more anchors. So it's a gradual deployment that you can plan in to grow, and there's no limitation in terms of scalability. And the typical, let's say, installation in a optimal and ideal environment would take round about a week if we, let's say, cover 20 anchors or something like that. So just don't want to get too much into exact numbers, but to have a thumbnail size given. And that is, of course, different to what's in the mining area required. That's just a very harsh environment where this all is, basically, you have to state that this depends very much on the site size, on the requirements that are given and, on the site, and of course on the requirements where you want to focus on. So, for example, it might be that you have regions where high accuracy is required. So here you need to focus on a very solid coverage, while in other areas it might be that you just need a 0D presence tracking. So you just want to know, is someone here or how many are here? So for that you can maybe save some anchors.
Well, very good answer for that. Thank you so much. Once we get back into mining, maybe I see there's still one or two questions that came through and is more related to mining, and so I will pose this maybe back to Stefan. I also noticed that they are more or less interlinked, so let me see if I can phrase this in one or two questions. So the first one would be, have the real-time worker location system been deployed and tested in underground mining in South Africa? Or let me rather rephrase, the Schauenburg solution in underground mining in South Africa as yet?
Yes, so we have actually tested and deployed in South Africa. We have a fixed system also here at our head office, which we're continuously testing on. So we have, in short, yes, we have deployed it, and it has been successfully deployed. So it is tested, verified, and ready to go.
Okay. I could imagine when deploying such systems similar to these systems, remote logging could possibly be a barrier to entry the market. Do you have any knowledge or experience with that for tracking solutions?
Remote logging?
Yeah.
Yes. So what the system enables you to do is everyone with remote work and VPN access, should you have your access to the site, you could access the web-based portal to the tracking system. So we also have security in there to actually assign specific users to certain features in the system. But if you have your VPN credentials and you can log in, you could view this from anywhere in the world.
Okay. Something that maybe will also cater above both industries, industrial and mining, and maybe you could answer that, Stefan, and maybe Norman could join you in that. We're talking about anchors, and I think the anchors is a very vital portion of the system, or a very vital component to have real-time data and insights. What infrastructure is required in industrial and maybe underground locations in order to connect these anchors and get the information to surface?
Yes, so if I could start on the mining side. So the network, so most mines have network. It's the fact of having network points available at regular intervals. So you might have a fiber line connected 1 kilometer down, but in between we need those every 100-meter deployments of anchors so that we can actually position the tag. So it's more of a architecture exercise that you will have to go through so that you can ensure you have your anchors and that you have connectivity to them.
And it's quite similar to the industry environment, I would like to say. But it's just a bit simpler to deploy. So what you need is a sink, basically a data sink that collects the data, and that's called the anchor. And most of the time, these anchors are connected with a cable. So you need definitively power. There's no workaround for that. But there's also an option to have a wireless backbone where you communicate the captured location information over Wi-Fi back to the server. So that can give you a bit of a more freedom where and what you want to deploy.
Good. It looks like that basically concludes our question and answer sessions. I don't see anything else coming through over there. So maybe from the panel, first of all, I would like to thank everybody for joining our discussion today, our webinar. as well as to the team of presenters on my left-hand side. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for preparing and participating. I hope that everybody found this discussions very insightful and valuable, and I think that should be key. We should take something away at the end of the day. Maybe just some words from my side is also, remember at Schauenburg Systems, we're committed to pioneering solutions that not only enhance safety and productivity, but also drive sustainable growth for future generations. If you have any further questions or would like to explore additional offerings or more details regarding our solutions, do not hesitate to visit our website, www.schauenburg.co.za, and then just process some questions on or reach out to us via that. So from myself and the panel, wishing you continued success, and until next time, take care and stay inspired.